Texas, 6 feet 4 inches tall, 370 pounds, Trey Lefebvre!
How's it going, guys? I'm doing good. A little sore from day one, but ended up in a good place ended up first place after day one. Got into second on the Wheel of Pain. Yeah, that's why I was, either wanted to have top 3 on the Wheel of Pain, and got second, which is good. And log press, I knew I could win, but we had some good pressers today. Had to do 4 reps to get the win in the log press.
So how much do you weigh right now?
I'm sitting about 375 to 380, depending on time of day. So I'm about the heaviest I've ever been, I believe.
Yeah, that's what I was actually just about to ask you. This is the heaviest you've ever competed at?
Yeah.
You've ever been?
Yeah.
How do you find that, like, out of competition, day-to-day life, just like moving around, just like simple stuff like going to the bathroom, going upstairs, tying your shoes?
Well, being this big it's a little inconvenient, just moving around in the world is a tiny place, it's not made for big people, tiny toilets, small hallways and doors, the usual, but, basically, I do a lot of, cardio and, athletic movements to stay mobile and stuff, so moving around isn't too bad. Like when my muscles, for anybody, just get tight, the knees and the hips and stuff. That's always inconvenient, and I do feel like sometimes it's being bigger. It does happens more often, getting tight hips and knees. But for the most part, it's not too inconvenient, I believe.
Perfect. All right, so let's talk about the Wheel of Pain. Try to explain almost how it felt, like starting it, and then do you ever get momentum, or is it just a fucking grind the entire time?
The Wheel of Pain is just, there's barely any, I don't think there's any momentum. Like, it feels easy in the beginning when you're, when you first start, you get the explosiveness, you got the quads fresh, and everything's firing good, but you get like a quarter of the way down, and that's when it starts to drag. That's when you start to slow down. You start to think like, why am I doing this? Why am I putting myself through this? There's really no momentum. As soon as you stop, the sand and the barrels. That's our resistance. It slows down. You stop. It stops. But sometimes you can, like for me in the competition, like you can use that to your advantage. The sand in the barrels, they'll pull you back, then they'll try and settle, go forward. You can use that little bit of momentum to help restart. You get a little bit of break to use that momentum to push a little bit further, get a couple of more feet into your.
Yeah, because that's what happened to you, right? Because at one point you like stopped, and then it went backwards for a bit, and then you went up for another like fucking 20 feet.
Yeah, like I was watching the women, and they were doing that too. Like as they start to slow down, that was my plan. Was my coach, when start to fatigue, like right before you hit that wall, we would pull back, get a quick little break when the sand settles, and push forward whenever to use that little bit of momentum where it wants to get another 20 feet or so. And that was the plan, and it worked out really well.
Now for the log. Going into the log, did you know that you could do 4? Or was that I can do 3, and then holy shit, I did 4?
Yeah, going into the log, we had some good pressers like Bobby and Mitchell Hooper. They pulled out and got 3 reps. And going into it, I thought 2 or 3 would be the winning number. And I knew I had 3 in me. And going for that 4th, it was a little hit and miss. I not quite, oh, I had this in the bag. Just like I had like 15 seconds to clean and press that log and just like get it up, quick breath, and press overhead, and put all my power into that drive. And I was able to pull it out, get 4 reps on the Austrian oak, and, really proud of that performance.
Has anybody ever hit 4 reps on the Austrian oak?
Yeah, the world record for the Austrian oak is 4 reps by Big Z, but it was heavier at the time, so he does have that against me. It was when the log was fresher, still had moisture in the log, so it was 205 kilograms, which is 450 in pounds, I believe, give or take. American over here.
Amazing.
But based on how that 4th rep went, if I had more time, maybe I could have, could have pulled out a 5th rep if I had more time.
And then the frame. I feel like that's the one everybody's looking at you to see how you do. That's going to be the game changer, the big decider. No, go for it.
Yeah.
It's fine, go for it.
There's a camera. There's a red light on that camera. There's a red light. It means it's recording me. Ah! It's going to steal my song.
Where am I?
Our last event for the Arnold Classic is the frame carry up a 40-foot ramp, and it's going to be 880 pounds. Really heavy, one of the heaviest frames you'll ever find. Grit is my, Achilles heel. I've had trouble with nerve damage in my, hands and elbows. So, it's not, everyone's looking at me if I do well, training has gone well. I've picked 880. I have yet to move with it, but that's improvement from last year. Last year I was unable to pick 880. So this year if I pick it, it's a PR.
Talk to me about Trey today.
Well, obviously Trey surprised all of us, and I'm not just saying that because that fat shit is sitting right next to me.
Hey, why don't you come into a competition again with some abs?
The only reason why you're winning right now is because I wasn't invited. You remember
Sure.
that? I'm not sucking.
How was the Rogue Invitational?
What?
Rogue Invitational.
You're a fat Trey. You. You know what? Everything that I was gonna say about Trey's performance today, screw all of that. F this fat piece of shit. He's gonna.
Maybe tonight, if you're
maybe. No, but seriously though, the Wheel of Pain wasn't really a surprise. We saw him do the Titan turntable or whatever it was called at Sacramento at Worlds. He fucking killed that. I think he got second at that. And then the log, we got a preview of that at the Shaw Classic with the ladder, and the last one was 440, and he doubled that.
Yes.
And it was pretty fucking strong. So honestly, 430 for 4, what didn't really surprise me. It didn't surprise me anyway. It really did. He's got that big fat barrel chest, so it's a nice and easy clean too.
Sits up there nice.
It does. It's a nice shelf.
Yeah, thank you.
He's always known to be a deadlift monster, so the elephant bar is going to be a good one for him. The stone throw is going to be interesting because it's just going to be interesting for everybody because it's one of the events that nobody's ever really done in a competition, and everybody's going to have a different technique for it. And then I'm looking forward to seeing how fast he can move because Trey's really good at standing in one place and lifting weights. Let's see how fast he is when he's picking weight up and moving.
We don't have to go that far. So.
Do well in all the other events, so that one doesn't matter.
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. That's the strategy.
Perfect.
See y'all tomorrow for day 2 of the Arnold Classic.